So, good morning. Well, first thing first, Highlight Buster. Gonna need this here coffee. Welcome, people of the future, watching sometime after we record this. There we go. Buster, you want snacks? Yeah. Okay. Here you go. Every morning begins with buying my freedom from the kitties. So we've got some orders to pull, some orders to pack and ship, some orders to put away. So we're doing this live. It's a typical morning of what I do, running a business out of my house on eBay. So some of the realities of running a deep stock long tail store. Good morning, Perlini. Good morning, BTT. We typically begin these videos with the ceremonial signing of the thank you card, so we'll get that done real quick. I got my coffee. What we're going to do here, normally I have the orders pulled, but we're going to pull them live. And we're also going to do put away the newly listed stuff. So we'll let you see that part today as well. The some of the stuff that I've been listing over the past few days. I did put a few things away yesterday, so it's not absolutely everything. My thank yous. And we've got some very, very, very rambunctious kitties today, so we may get a talking to once we're in the basement. Windy Lou especially is not a big fan of when Papa is hanging out in the basement too long. So we'll do that. All right, I think I probably got enough here to start pulling. So if you give me just a moment, I am going to disappear for just a minute, and then I'm going to appear over on that side of the screen. It's 6:37 here for me, so I think it's early. That's just early. That's why my mornings are brought to you by Giant Starbucks iced coffee with extra shots of espresso in it. Giant Starbucks coffee with extra shots of espresso. It's what's for breakfast. All right, let's go do this. Be right back. There we go. Okay. First of all, I mentioned last night on the live show with Lobster Justin the very expensive couch I had in my basement. I wasn't making it up. It's here. It's a Danish modern. I forget the name of the maker. It's actually part of a 3-piece set that I have. And when I did the live 24-hour listing marathon, I was actually sitting on a green chair that was part of the set. This is blue. The upholsteries on it needs to be redone, which is the problem. The foam on the inside is like a little hard and crunchy. It's not the most comfortable couch to sit on, which is why it's down here. So, got some orders listed. I'll just start kind of pulling stuff out and showing you guys what we got, and then go from there. So this first thing I picked up yesterday at Habitat for Humanity. It's a clock, electric clock. You plug it in, and it's made by Master Mechanics out of Chicago. It's definitely what I would call shabby chic. It was super dirty when I got it. It's like the used to be chrome, like faux brass finish on plastic. That's like faded away. I got it for $375. I did test it there. I think it's got a super cool look to it. It's probably not really great in the light here, but you can kind of see how in like some parts it's got a little bit of chrome left, and other parts it's black. I really couldn't believe that it worked. So it sold for, or didn't sell it, got listed for $69.95 with free shipping. I think it'll probably sell for that much. And I'll show you kind of a part of the room down here you guys normally don't get to see. Hopefully you can see here. I have a couple of little catch-all areas. Mostly everything is pretty well organized, but in here I kind of do like odd-shaped items that I don't want to throw in a box, or see if I can find a good place to put you on here. We can kind of go over this. Hopefully you can see everything okay here. Right? All right. So, I mean, I've got a little bit of a Christmas section over here for like ornaments. There's some more Christmas stuff down here. You know, I got a Nerf gun over here. I got some baseball mitts down here. I got like a box of random smalls down at the bottom. So this is just stuff that's like kind of random sized. So this is kind of in that category. And I'm just gonna like sneak it back here where I don't think I'm gonna be able to hurt it. So there you go. Check this out. This is some vintage Dermassage lotion. It's full, never been used. Got 2 bottles of it. The comps on it, there were sold, believe it or not, for like $70. So nobody's bitten on that yet, but I've got watchers. All right. So see if we can get this back framed okay. There we go. Well, you just saw where it went. So I did list this baseball glove. So Rawlings RSG3. I got this at Habitat for Humanity for $275, listed for $34.95, and you just saw where that goes. All right. This is kind of cool. Again, another Habitat for Humanity. It's a travel board game in a tube. I always pick these up when they're cheap. They do almost always sell. This one's complete. Also listed for $275. I listed for $24.95. I don't think I can get the camera to where I can show you that, but maybe we'll do it on a live somewhere. But there's a second room behind this room. We'll give it a try. We'll see if we can get all the way over there. I don't think we'll be able to, but you can kind of see back there, I think. Maybe. Yeah. All right. So there's this second room back here. I've got some of my knives just kind of in a bin right here. Little dresser right here where I kind of organize some of my other smalls. So I've got like vintage pens and pencils, office supplies, and a few other sort of catch-alls. Up here, I keep some board games, and that's where I'm going to put this guy. There's a nice little tube-shaped spot right there for them. So now that we know we can get back there, we might do that a little more often. I can't really see how that's framed when I do that, so hopefully that was okay. Next up, 4 little lots. These got listed yesterday. I picked this up when I was in Idaho. And this is from 1982. It's the original Empire Strikes Back AT-ST Walker. It was missing some parts and kind of beat up. So I parted it out. So I took off the cheek guns that were the guns that go right here. Put those in a lot. I took off the legs and the leg mechanics. Off of that, I took off the feet. So here's the cheek guns. And then there was a flap that goes on the top. And I didn't have the hatch that goes into the flap. So I listed the hatch. It sold yesterday. It's already packed and shipped. And then everything else I put into individual lots as parts. Older vintage Star Wars stuff you can sell for parts because there's people out there who refurbish Star Wars parts. You are not going to see where this goes because no way I can get the camera there. So I'll be right back. All right, and there we go. So I've said before, it's, my inventory, the way I organize it is more or less like a department store, like with like. I put, we'll show you here. We have, coins and medallions, wallets. I had a large number of Rubbermaid fasteners. I'm actually almost sold through those. This here is phonograph, needles, and tools. Scissors, wrenches go here. Kitchen utensils, glasses and sunglasses. And then on top here are some more odd-shaped items, but I try to kind of keep those, again, like with like. So over here, these are some, vintage coin banks. A couple of other little kitchen-y things over there. We go down here. This is the video games section. Some more video games up above that, mostly Nintendo and things along those lines. You can see kind of over here, I have like brochures and maps. We'll pull some of those out in a bit. Down
here, that's the new old stock, sort of like new in box items. And then down here is some more ephemera items. Pretty much most of it is kept bagged and boarded. I don't have it really drilled down beyond size at this point. So like here, just randomly, this is a promotional photograph. That's Bob Newhart and Gene Wilder from a made-for-TV movie in the 1970s. I don't even know what it's called. Down here, in here, this is some of the larger stuff. So these are the movie posters that I listed. We have some like antique cabinet, or not cabinet cards, lobby cards, some old signage. Here, this is really cool. This is a poster, vintage poster. I bought this at a local auction. It's for the second stateside reunion of the Vietnam River Rats from 1970. So it's pretty, I think, really cool artwork. I have it listed up for right now for $300. There are other examples that are out there, but most of them I saw were like shellacked onto tables and things like that. So, all right. Checking the chat. Justin Benson. Oh, nice. All right. Moving on. This is a vintage barometer. It had a really messed up finish on it. Like it had a dark stain finish, kind of shellac on it. And it was all chipped up and it looked terrible. And so what I did was I just kind of kept it next to my sink with some sandpaper and a file for months. And every now and then I'd go and I'd file away at the terrible finish on it. And it took a while to get done. It was just a pain in the butt. And eventually I got it all off, you know, done in such a way so I didn't feel like I was spending a lot of time on it. And then once I got it all done, it worked fine. It was otherwise great. It has a date on it from 1956. You probably can't see it there. And then I took just the way I do the knives with some linseed oil and just went over, sanded it down, went over it. And it came out looking really nice. It's not the biggest money, but like $40. And I think it's cool. So sometimes what I will do with this kind of stuff is just hang it on the wall until it sells. All right, so what else we got here? This isn't the craziest money, but I've never seen one of these before. Plastic. Oh, vintage needlepoint. Yeah, I got some of that down here too. This is a American corn cutter. I've never seen this before. I think it's really kind of neat, especially because it's just bright yellow. I like the color on it. It's for cutting your corn. Got it for $1 at Habitat for Humanity. Here we go. That's what it looks like. And you just like you run your corn down, it takes off the kernels. So it was $1. Listed it for 15, free ship. Not the biggest money item, but it's kind of cool. And that is just going to go right there next to my kitchen utensils and wait to sell. All right. Did list a bunch of knives. Tons of knives. over the past few days. Vintage kitchen knives. I'm working on cornering that market. So just a few brands here. There's an Rogers stainless. There's a couple of LC Germain. This one here is a Chicago cutlery. And then I've got a steak knife set from Tramontina. So there we go. We got those. You saw where I put my knives. I'll be right back. Oh, there's some more here. Get those in a second. I think you guys, if you watched the lives, I did these in a haul. These are those flash bulbs. There were 4 in the ones that I bought, so I bought 4 of them for $4. One of them had like 4 missing, so I just tossed it. I actually have a friend who takes photography stuff, so I just put it in a lot for him. And yeah, so this will go. I got a little thing over here for stuff in boxes, and that's that. Easy enough. Okay, we're almost done with the putaways. I do have a couple more knives. Echo stainless. This is that cool bar tool got listed. And then 2 honing rods. One of them is a Henkel's, the other is a Chicago cutlery. So those are both listed. And yes, I'm in my pajamas. I know you guys love to see it. So there you go. Enjoy. And then I have also some postcards, which go away right behind me here. So this will probably take me just a couple of minutes. So you'll see kind of how I have them organized. It's more or less by content, continent, and states. So U.S. are organized based on states. International based on more or less continent with a few individual countries singled out. And the rest of it is just, random, holidays are broken down, things like that. So let's go. Up here's my lots. This will be pretty quick. Washington, Washington, Washington. That's going to be Oregon. So Washington State, Oregon, Depot Bay, North Carolina, Oregon, Arizona, Massachusetts, Florida, Minnesota, Mississippi, Minnesota. This one's kind of cool. I'll stop and show you some of the more interesting ones. This is a real photo postcard. It's like Christmas card, 1944. Greetings from Grandpa. Hi, Cody and family. So that one's kind of cool. So that'll go in my real photo postcard. We'll put that in people. Sausalito, California. France. cartoons. This is a artist sign. Got a section for that. Some of these are getting pretty full. It's time to add more boxes. Here's a large letter floral greeting for a happy Easter. Miami Beach, Illinois. Iowa, Ohio, Kentucky, Arizona, Chicago. Hi, Wendy. All right. Here's another kind of cool one. World War II cartoon. Says, imagine that, telling me to gargle with salt water. Me who's been torpedoed 6 times. And they're at the doctor. Then I'll go cartoons. Here's another one I've sold, and I find a lot of these. It's the San Francisco Cliff House on fire. So California is one of the states that I actually have broken down into cities, because I now have almost 3 full boxes of California postcards. Virginia. Another Cliff House. So there's what the Cliff House looked like when they rebuilt it out of non-burnable stone. Okay. What goes there? New Jersey, Texas. Oh wait, that was Tennessee. Oops. That definitely says Tennessee. All right. That says Texas. These are some California cattle trains. San Francisco cable car. Another California. San Francisco. That is Monterey. Oregon. France. Texas. Let's see. Christmas. Some birds. I don't really have a place for that one yet. It's a birthday. I'll just throw that in there for now. Hong Kong. So that goes down in Asia. This is I can't tell where this is from. I forget. Catch-all, North Carolina. So I do have a sort of, this is my catch-alls. If it doesn't fit easily into a category, I'll just put it in this box, right? And then if I get enough that are sort of in that I can group together, then I'll bust them out. So like I have, there's some like I don't have enough patriotic postcards to really section them off on their own at this point, or I only have a couple of birthday postcards at this point, so the birthday ones kind of went in here. So yeah, or if I like just forget where it's actually located, it'll go in there as well. And then when it gets a little full in here, I'll pull them, and then I'll actually look them up in my inventory and file them away where they're supposed to go. And if they sell in the meantime and I don't see them immediately in their section, then I'll just go check that box. Wow. All right, so we put everything away. In fact, yes. So let's pull orders. Had quite a few things sell overnight, which was cool. First up, I've got a Kodak Christmas greeting mask. So I think that might be in Christmas. Nope, that's going to be over in ephemera. I think that was Christmas. I'll skip over that one just for a minute. Let's see here. All right. Do you have a record? Judith Anderson. This is a Broadway original cast album. Took a little while to sell. Sold for $8.95. Yep. All right. Got a. We'll pull you over in a second. So. I have a razor and a watch. And what's funny is I totally touched the watch yesterday looking for something else, and it sold. Razors are over here. Should be easy enough to find. indeed pretty easy. So what we got here, this is, like I said, pretty nice couple of sales. This first one sold right after the live show. There we go. Let's get you back on there. Right after the live show. And it's a Gillette razor. You guys know I love to sell these. This one is, probably won't show up so well, but it's a blue tip. You can see there. This one sold for $40 free ship. You see the blue tip razors, they're often worth a little bit more. This one's got a little bit of tarnishing on the bottom. Let's make sure that says B2. Sure does. The date code, so this one dates to 1956. We'll probably take another look at these upstairs. I don't want to spend too much time down here where the lighting is not great. But here's a vintage Elgin watch. Works. It's a self-winding. It has issues. From 1924. Sold for 276 cents. Went out on a make offer, I want to say. Let's see. Yep, went out on a make offer, and the buyer is paying for shipping. So nice little sale there. I have a linen postcard, Charleston, South Carolina. It's the gate greeting. All right. There it is. Not huge money. $6.95 plus shipping. Sold a couple of 78s. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you in there. Ted Lewis and his band. So I'll pull that one first. Jenny and Lisa. 1 second. I'll be right back. Well, I did find the other one that sold, but I have to take a look at this other one again real quick. All right, it's Columbia. Okay. Well, the other one that sold is another Bing Crosby 78. We sold one yesterday. We sold a different version of the White Christmas album. This is the one that is White Christmas and Let's Start the New Year Right. There it is. And I'm going to go dive in and find this other Columbia record. Should be easier to find than this. All right, one sec. All right. So I may have to come back to this one. I may have sent somebody the wrong record at some point, because the only other Ted Lewis that I have is this one. Well, I guess we'll take a look at that later. Dive down. I have an idea of where it might be. One more thing. It's a Eames era boomerang ashtray trio. I will be right back. I will show a picture of this upstairs. It's a set of ashtrays. One of the things I do for all of my glassware and breakables is I pre-bubble wrap it so I can just put it in a bin with other breakables. That way I can just put it away. I don't have to like lay it all out on a shelf. Yes, it uses some bubble wrap, but all I really do once it's time to ship is add a little bit more, since it is going to have a little bit of a loss of bubble over time, and then pull off the label sometimes. So, all right. So that is that. Let me put this record back away since we're not shipping it, and we'll grab the rest of it and head upstairs. All right, see you upstairs in a minute.
Well, it's that time of year when it's dark when I go into the basement and it's light when I come upstairs. What's going on, Cameron? So, first thing first. I've got two records over here. They're both 78s. I sold these last summer, and they got shipped to the wrong guys. I just accidentally shipped one to one guy, and then the other guy's record went to another guy. So I'm curious. Nope, that's not it. I don't remember what those records were. So I'm just checking to see. Maybe. Oh, that one ain't happening. Save the sleeve. Well, next we find out, did I sell any Ted Lewis records recently in the past 90 days? And did I take the right pictures of this one? Jenny and Liza. It's definitely pictured right. So did I mess up previously and nobody told me? eBay selling. Ted Lewis. Ooh, okay. That's not going to be right. Let's do Ted Lewis 78. My pictures are usually going to be able to stick out from a crowd because of how I take my pictures. But I'm going back too far now. April 19th, February 14th. Okay. So I didn't sell a Ted Lewis record and it went off to the wrong person. So that's good news. Which means I may have just put it like in the M's or the O's or whatever. So I just need to go do a little searching. It means that I just filed it away wrong, which happens sometimes. That's better than me shipping it out to somebody and them not telling me that I messed up. All right, so let's ship. Oh no, my CrossFit. Well, first we're going to have to fix that. We'll put that up here. I stand in solidarity that CrossFit sucks. Not necessarily the actual exercise, the organization of CrossFit. And by and large, many of the people who do CrossFit. How do you know if somebody does CrossFit? Well, they'll tell you. Don't worry. They will tell you. All right. So our first item. Did I grab that razor already? Where did I put it? I was going to do the razor. There it is. Our vintage Gillette razor. You can see it better in the light now. That blue tip. And then, once again, I've mentioned it many times. The date code on the bottom. You can just look it up. Google Gillette date codes. I think the website that it comes up first is Razor Emporium. You just look at the date code on the bottom, and it'll tell you. It's a lot of bubble wrap for this job, but that's okay. Let me make sure I'm sending out the right one, because this one's got some tarnish and some issues on the bottom. It sure looks like it says E2 in this picture. Hard to tell. It is in this picture, though. Maybe my eyes are going. If I took a return on this, it's not the end of the world. Sometimes people don't even care. The value on it really is about the same either way. So it's Ted Lewis and the Playboys was the name of the band. And I know that you've probably heard something of theirs. It's or not Ted. Is it Ted Lewis and the Playboys? I want to say it was. Or was it Gary Lewis and the Playboys? It was Gary Lewis. It's Ted Lewis and his band. Let's see if we can get ourselves a copyright claim this morning. It was Gary Lewis and the Playboys. But this is Ted Lewis.
Life is a play, and we all play a part. There's the dreamer, the lover, the clown. The dreamer and lover, why they're always together. And the clown, he spreads sunshine around. The life is worthwhile, the life with a smile. So clown folks, clown till the curtain comes down. You know, even though you're only make-believing, come on, laugh now, laugh. Even though something inside is breathing, laugh now, laugh. Oh, say, oh, let your heart grow to mellow. Just be a real Punchinello. Oh, fellow, you're supposed to brighten up and smile, laugh, laugh, laugh. Paint a lot of smiles around your face and laugh loud. Don't frown and don't let the world know your sorrow. But be like Pollyanna. Come on and laugh. Laugh loud, You know that the world is a masquerade party. We each have our own mask to wear. The rich man pretends to be happy, and the pauper pretends he doesn't care. My mask is all worn out with paper. But nice when it's made on the shelf. Still I keep on acting like Pollyanna. I laugh, oh laugh, loud laugh.
Laugh, clown. All right. You're welcome, Estate of Ted Lewis, for monetizing my video for me. Yeah, laugh, damn it. Yeah, it is a little Al Jolson-y. Al Jolson is the one artist I know of that I regularly find that I won't sell for reasons. I'm packing up that Elgin watch. We're gonna make sure this is well protected. No, that's not going to be it. This is actually only going to Bellingham, Washington, which is a skip and a jump from where I live. So in-state priority, this is going to be pretty cheap, so I don't really have to worry about weight. So I'm fine taking the extra couple minutes and make sure that it's good and protected. Perlini, I've got good reasons for not wanting to sell Al Jolson. if you've got other ideas, I'd love to hear them. Right. Choo. Yeah, movie night is coming up on Wednesday. Tomorrow, you'll probably see on the live, I will have probably a little bit of the setup done because I need to get everything sort of tested and set up ahead of time. I did this a year ago, and there was, varying degrees of success. USPS priority mail. Look at that. $6.95 in state. How much did they pay me for shipping? $18.50. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add that additional insurance. And purchase. I think I put in the listing. What's going on, Lobster? Nice, and this will be to the customer on Monday. All right. This is the Judith Anderson Medea original Broadway cast. What year is this? I'm going to guess 40s sometime. I guess we could find out. Oh, you got to spell it with an E, not with an A. This ain't no Tyler Perry. 1949. There we go. Oh, we're back. Not sure what happened there. I need to go grab some bubble, so I'll be right back. I think we got a lot of people on the Facebook side this morning, too. Incorrect. There are no people on the Facebook side, which is fine. Big bubbles, no troubles. Yep. But we do have 14 people here in the chat on YouTube. So thank you all for spending your morning with me. We're actually getting close to done. Not too, pretty productive for not even 8 o'clock yet. So 1, 2, 3. That looks good. I am noticing this American Bubble Boy doesn't always tear the best. I'm getting a lot of that. Which I don't know why it's so difficult for bubble wrap companies to nail the whole perforated square thing. It's either not perforated enough or over perforated. Not sure. I'm going to hit 600. What? Dude, I'm serious. We've got a good number of people in the chat here, which is awesome. But, Lobster, you were here yesterday. We had 3 people in. I'm not seeing any uptick in comments or views or likes or anything other than the subscriber count. I'm curious so here's my theory. It pretty much started right when I scheduled the Found Film Festival. Like that, started happening that night. So I'm wondering if there is something about that event that has picked up on some people's keywords, and there's people who want to watch for that. So that is my current theory. But I don't think that is people who are here for the reseller content. That's the only thing I can think of. But I'm inherently distrustful. Because you don't just uptick like that out of nowhere. That just is too weird. Like nothing else has changed here, right? Like I'm doing the same old morning shipping what sold stuff, sometimes evenings, sometimes both. In my pajamas and my funny t-shirts. Either that or, they're all here for the cats. Which is equally possible, right, Buster? Right? Are you responsible for the uptick in subscribers? Walks away. Typical cat. All right, we got some postcards, or a postcard over there. Should be easy enough. I think I already have the some bread. We do. Here it is again, a little bit better light. Greetings from Charleston. That's I would say still considered a large letter greeting. At least that is the keyword in the title that I used. So, since this one is not a big money one, it's only going to get the photo mailer. No additional bubble. It's not that I don't like them. I'm just not doing it. On these cheap cards, I need to try to keep my costs down a little bit. I'm already into it. Cardboard sleeve, the 45 RPM sleeve. I mean, it's pennies, but it adds up. Let's call it nickel for the top loader, penny for the 45 sleeve, and a dime for the. Actually, these cost me 15 cents. So, that's a quarter in protective material. On a card that is $6.95 free ship, that costs $3.35. So that's $3.60 out of my $6.95, which is actually only $6.25. So $6.25 minus $3.65 is like $2.85 is what I'm clearing on that. What's going on, Hunter? So, adding an extra nickel in packing materials on a $6.95 card when I'm only clearing $2.85, multiply that out 50 times, 100 times, it adds up. All right, so next up, I said I'd pull this one up on screen. So let's do that. Oh, I heard somebody just jump up on the chair behind me. Let's hold off for a second. We'll say, look who it is. Hello. Yeah. He's in full. You can see he just wants attention. Hi. Did you bring a ball to play with? Or something for me to throw? So for anybody new here, if there's anyone, this is Buster Wiley, Von Laser Farts. He's on my t-shirt as well. He's adorable and chock full of personality, right, Buster? That's right. What? What? You want me to pick you up? Yeah. He knows he wants. Yeah, there's. Show him your claws. Hello, Rebecca Deere-Smith. Thrifty Pickers, or whoever's, if you're on Facebook, you can find Jackass Retro on Facebook as well. I have dozens and dozens of postcard and ephemera galleries up there. if you guys want to go take a look at my Facebook, you can kind of see the kind of postcards that I'm listing and the kind of ephemera that I source and look for. There's some pretty cool stuff on there. A lot of it's sold, but some of it's just cool to look at. So, show the ball. Come on, go ahead, show. No, okay. Oh, yep. See, that was, I have limited means of communication, but I will show you my love and or let you know that I need something by biting the tip of your nose. So I have to know when that's coming so I can get my nose out of the way, which works only when I'm awake, not when I'm asleep. Yep. Yep. Hi. Somebody needs a manicure. Yep. He's total Helen Kellering. He's not like scratching. He's just got pointy claws right now. He needs a little bit of a manicure, which, as you can probably expect, getting him to sit still for a manicure is a challenge. I have to wait till he's asleep and then move in. He's easier to get than his sister, though. His sister, it will immediately realize what's going on and is not a fan. Right? I want to touch your face. I touch your face. Got a little bit of purchase on that one. All right. You want a treat? Well, I live by myself, Iris, and it's a pandemic, so not a lot of other people are coming into my house. But I've got it down to more or less a science. The fact that he doesn't have cut claws right now is more on me than it is on him. And I've got those cardboard scratch things, but all those things do is make sharper claws. Right? And I mean, this live stream is showing you a typical morning. This is pretty typical. It makes him a better hunter, and he is the best at hunting bugs and poof balls and pipe cleaners. Right? He's almost 5. He's about 4.5. And this is about as docile as he gets. Although as he gets older, he definitely gets more. He's more cuddly and more loving. He was a terror as a kitten, an adorable terror, a hilarious terror, but a terror. Right, Buster? Oh, Rebecca. Okay. Okay, Buster. Can we go about our day yet? There's some birds outside you can go look at. What do you think? Oh, yep. I'm not sure if you can see the tail. It started. Yep. Hey. Okay. Yep. Time's up. He saw a bird outside. They're strictly indoor, these cats. When we got them, we had a very tiny apartment in Seattle, and I live right next door to a very busy street. So they're indoor only, but it's a big house. This summer, I'm going to be building them a catio. Out the back door has a sliding window, so I'm going to do a little habit trail coming off of it, and then a little catio so they can go look at birds in the yard. I think they'll like that. Okay, let's move on here. Next up is the item I was going to pull up on screen when we were so adorably interrupted. Take it easy. Have a good morning, Cameron. Are you doing the estate auction tomorrow with Justin and Marie? I wish I would have known about that earlier, but I have plans tomorrow. All right, so let's show you the next thing that sold here. This is the thing that's wrapped up all in bubble wrap behind me. It's a trio of ashtrays. They're really cool. They kind of nest, but you can see they're 3 different sizes. There is a tiny little chip on one of them right there. There it is. But sold for $75.95 plus $20 shipping. I love the boomerang and atomic style ashtrays. The splatter glaze and really those are the coolest. Like, if I see them, I'm gonna buy them, right? If they're cheap enough. And they take a long time to sell sometimes, but they all sell. It's all just finding the right buyer. I've got a couple. While we're at it, I might as well. I'll pull up a couple of other ones. I got some other cool listings active. I'll show you a few of the ones I have in the store right now. Shouldn't take me too long. Oh, I'm actually down to 1? Crazy. I had a ton of these at one point. I'll show you that one, though. That one's really cool. And that one's kind of cool, even though it's not atomic. Here's a sort of mid-century-ish one that's kind of nice. And then we got a... Yeah, part of it is I just haven't really done a ton of sourcing on this stuff for a while. So, but here we go. Share screen. Location window. There we go. And so this is the coolest one, I think, that I have right now. The black and gold, super cool mod, splatter glaze, like weird geometric design. Like, I love stuff like this. Italy. Like, this is pretty much all the things right here, right? Like, how more emblematic of the era can you get than this ashtray? I like the glass stuff too. This one's a Daisy, the amber gold. I like selling this kind of stuff. And then this one's definitely more of like man cavey with the pheasants, gold, right? There you can find a lot of stuff like this in, in thrift stores and in vintage places. And this kind of design with like hunting scenes and birds and stuff like that. I feel like if you had an Etsy store, you could really kind of like pair some of this stuff up into like sets or motifs or whatever, and sell it off as like man cave items. If that's and sell it off as like a decor set or something like that. And probably have a better chance of selling it, not only faster, but probably at a higher price. Like if some guy is, big into hunting and you put together this like cool custom gift set for, of bar, find barware with that stuff on it and things like that. So. All right, so, hey. So I am going to add some extra bubble wrap to this thing. We are definitely going to go box in a box here. I keep forgetting shrink wrap the U-Haul. Actually, you know what we're going to do is we're not going to do box to box. We're going to just cardboard wrap. I've got this from the guy who's spending more on packaging my records when I buy from him than he is on the record itself. I think we're good there. That looks good. All right, so then some things are just easier with scissors. And I like easier whenever possible. There we go. Where'd my scissors just go? There they are. We're definitely going protected over pretty here. And one more. Maybe two more. All right. Phase one complete. Hey, Sarcastic Storage Stacker, how you doing this morning? Phase two. We move to the Frankenbox. One second here. Let me just double check where this is going. And San Jose. Ding, ding, ding. Best case scenario. Since it's going to San Jose, it pretty much means I don't care about weight, which is great. this in just a little bit better. Why am I catching it? There it is. One more. There we go. That's a little bit more like it. I'm not removing any cardboard from this. Anything in there in terms of extra packing material is a benefit. So there we go. So what we end up with is basically like, you know, I've got double wall here, cardboard wrapped, bubble wrapped. Now we just move on to the void fill. And I am going to do a little bit of slight resizing on the top here. Take it down probably about an inch. Just want to keep the cubic down as well. So and then I'm going to use some of this stuff. Like this recycled eco, it's called Evergreen recycled insulation system. I got a bunch of this stuff on to keep some food cold that came in through FedEx. And then, all right, so we're going to go to middle of those. All right. We're not taking it down a ton. Probably just enough. There we go. I should probably have scored that first. We'll do it on this end, though. We're going to have more or less double wall on the top here, so not super concerned. Got a little bit of cleanup to do. This one's just to kind of keep it all in place. All right, now This is our one packing challenge of the day. We always like to have one, right? I think we're good to go. Anyone want to guess the weight? I'm gonna guess 6 pounds, 6 ounces. Put your guesses in the chat. You saw me pack it. You saw what I'm packing. 6 pound, 9 ounces. All right. I do have the benefit of being able to hold it in my hand when you guys don't. So 6'9", I think, is a good guess. Anybody else going once? 7 pounds. All right. We got a couple of 7s. I'll let you see. Ooh, we were all off. We got in under 6 pounds. Not too shabby. I'm actually surprised. I had it in at 8, so that's good. What's our dimensions here? It's going to be 13 that way. 18 that way. And 8. Ew, I think we might have gone over on dimensions. But let's see what our cost is. Priority mail. Ooh. What did I charge? Okay, we're taking a little bit of a hit on the shipping. It's going to cost $25. What if I took that down to 7? I don't think that matters. It does matter. Hey, what? I'm gonna remeasure that. Nope, that's definitely 8. But that's also not 18. That doesn't matter. We're taking the hit. All good. It's only a few bucks. Not the end of the world. What? What? What do you need? You want treats? You want treats? Is that what's going on here? Is that what this is about? Let's go. Let's go get treats. Let's go buy my freedom. Come on. Let's go. Come show me. Which one do you want? Gonna arm myself this time with a distraction pipe cleaner. Okay. I think we're down to our last item. Is that, yeah, because I got to go on. Sorry about that. And we're down to 2, which is fine. All right, let's get some cardboard for our record. This will be the last item for this stream, and then we're going to be doing a little cleanup around the house. It's been a pretty productive week as far as that's concerned for a slob like myself, who's not real good at staying on top of that stuff. So not a ton to do there. I do need to find that one record, but luckily it doesn't need to go out until Monday. So probably you'll see that on my Sunday live packing stream. Well, I hope so anyways. Oops. I feel like I cut that too small. I guess we'll find out. I think we'll be okay. Honestly, that other record is it's a $10 record, so even if I have to cancel and refund, it's not the end of the world. Stupid perforations. Come on. 1, 2, 3. And we need 2 sets of 3 for the next part. 1, 2. Stupid perforations. American Bubble Boy. Get your perf right. Okay. It went all black, but it should be back. Because I hit the wrong button. That's on me. So we're going to take this Bing Crosby record. We're going to fold it into some bubble wrap. Then we're going to take another 2 squares of bubble wrap. We're going to put it on top of a piece of cardboard. We're going to take that record, put that on the double thing of bubble wrap there. Then we're going to take this other double 2 square Daily Jobby Bob. Going to put that on top of our other 2 layers. And we're going to take that final sandwich cardboard, put that on top. And we're going to take a 3 square. We're going to lay it out in a cross. And then we're going to put the thing in there. We're going to fold it over. And then normally I would wrapping it in shrink, but I am out at the moment, like I said, because I keep forgetting to pick it up at U-Haul. So I'm just going to close it with one piece of tape. Then we're going to take our 12 by 12 by 6 box. We're going to set our record aside. We're going to take some of the heavy duty since this is media mail, we are not concerned with weight, we are concerned with heavy dutiness. Get a good cushion layer down there. I'm going to take our well cushioned record, place it inside there. Now since I messed up a little bit on cutting that square, I am gonna not use that piece. I'm just gonna maybe do a little bit of reinforcement around the edges. If I do it right the first time, I typically don't have to do this. But since I sort of miscut, I'm gonna just cover my butt. I've got that layer of bubble wrap in there anyway, so I'm not super worried about it, but like they say, better safe than something. Done. I mean, I can't really, it's not like they make a tape gun silencer. And I've tried that silent tape stuff, and you know what silent tape is? Is not very good tape. Yeah, I mean, all I can say is it's a part of the job. You know, I'm here to show the reality of this stuff and the day-to-day and how I operate. You know, hopefully you guys can learn something from it, or at least like learn from my mistakes. Maybe my mistakes include loud taping. It's just it is what it is, right? It does sound like money to me. So that's going to be it, guys. We got everything shipped. I'm going to go maybe search for those couple of missing items. I don't think it's going to be too exhaustive of a search, but you know, I'm going to look for it anyways. Got a little bit of cleaning to do, and then I'm going to get on with my day. Probably not going to be a super heavy listing day. So remember Wednesday coming up, we've got our Found Film Festival. We get to discover some weird old movies, so that should be fun. And yeah, everyone have a great day. Thanks for watching. Lurkers, if you're out there, thanks for lurking. And we'll see you on the next one. Probably tomorrow. Today's Saturday. Yeah, it'll probably be tomorrow. So around 5-ish. I don't want to... I think Tommy and Tracy are live tomorrow, so we don't want them... I don't want to walk all over their show. So that's it. Thanks so much.